What's up guys, happy February, the end of January, so we're gonna round things up, show you my favorite pickups and things that I consumed, some entertainment, movies, music, you know how it goes, but we're gonna start with the pickups because hopefully that'll be the most fun. First up, these Martino's jeans. Talked about these guys in the Ireland travel outfits, who even knows what it was, a designer that I really wanted to support and really was looking for these jeans in particular, but they were just a little bit too expensive. So I was able to get them thanks to the people at ShopTagger, thanks to their service that they offer. I've talked about them on this channel before, and they are the ones that are actually sponsoring this video, so thank you very much to them. It's a service where you can monitor sales. When you're out shopping, I'll just show you guys how it works. When you're shopping online, you see something you want, like these jeans, and you can add it to your ShopTagger lists. Mine are menswear, women's wear, accessories, all of that. And then it will shoot you an email when something goes on sale, depending on what price point. You can say, don't notify me until it's 50% off because I don't want to spend any more than that. But it's a really killer service, and these were just such a cool, I believe I mentioned it was a niche item that I wasn't sure was gonna go on sale, and they eventually hit over 50% off on certain sites, 40% off on others. If they're still available, I'll link them down below because they're such an interesting piece. They're still classic American invented denim with a solid rise and just a little bit of a narrow but straight leg, a slight taper to it, I believe. But what is different, of course, if I can get them buttoned, is the crotch area, because it has that exoskeleton jockstrap exposed zipper shape. Really interesting balance as far as what I think of when I see it between classic American sportswear, the jockstrap, then you could go like Wild West, and all the way up to bondage, something a little bit darker. Just a lot of different stuff going on, but it is just a classic pair of jeans, and it's also a little bit fun-loving because there is this very comical, especially with this patch right here, just penis shape, like straight up. You can't hide it. There you go. So these I got for $200 and something off of La Garçon, a New York boutique, and these are size medium. They're probably 2, maybe 2.5 or even 3 inches too big for me, which is unfortunate. But that might be something to keep in mind if you're looking at them, because they are marketed as being unisex, so I know that can be a little bit confusing sometimes. The next item that I went on and on about online with one tweet, on and on with that one tweet, is this cardigan right here. This might be the only thing I bought in London, I believe so. Grabbed this from the Margiela flagship store for 50% off. We just caught their end of season sale. This is a line 4 item, which is what I was tweeting about. Line 4 is women's clothing, but it's a wardrobe for women's. It isn't their ready-to-wear line, but it is standard garments that will just build a wardrobe. This though is a little bit crazy, and my tweet was that I didn't even realize it was women's until I saw the label after I was trying it on, which I think is awesome, and it still fit beautifully, which is of course the best part. Of the sleeve length, that's always a hard one for me. Worked out really well, but the reason I love this is because it's so beautifully made and so grotesque looking. You guys know I love that word. In my last video, or one of my last videos, I'm not sure when this is gonna be published, I showed that Johnny Rotten photo with undercover, pretty much mimicking his exact sweater. And I also showed that book too. The book had all of these mohair, dyed, punk, just that's a staple garment for those times. And this, I think, is right up that alley with a little bit of tradition to it. So just like those jeans, where are they? Just like those jeans were a little bit sportswear-y, this sort of reminds me of some sort of varsity jacket, should have a big letter on it, something like that. But the long hair, the fact that it looks like it's dyed, the fact that there isn't really a hem going on, it looks a little bit casual, looks a little bit lazy, looks a little DIY, but it's gorgeous. And it has this beautiful knit on the inside, which I'm sure you guys could see. But this was just a really, really fun pickup. I haven't really been that excited about seeing anything in store and buying it until this. I was like, there's no way I was gonna walk out of that store without that cardigan, and then 50% off, crazy. I think they also have one in cream, which is pretty interesting because this guy, this is a Demeulemeester cardigan. I got this off Grailed for a fraction of the price with tags. I originally wanted this because it's a recent season. I originally wanted this with a red front. Same striped back to it, but it had this gorgeous red front, which looked really pretty with these black buttons. But wow, I'm really glad I got this one, which I got earlier on. So now I can have that. Two gorgeous cardigans. They work really well together in the same wardrobe. But this is a really nice, elegant little cardigan. It sort of has this barbershop quartet pattern going on in the back. But on the other side of things, these two long straps with these heavy buckles and the black, what are these things called? Buttons. Oh my goodness. Black buttons make it a little bit heavier. There you go. It's apparently cardigan season now. It should be soon once it starts warming up a bit, but it was also really warm out in London. Anyway, let's talk about movies. I spent a lot of time watching older movies. I'm still catching up. I have this huge list of stuff I still want to watch from the past, which I'll share in the future. But the one for this month, which sums up my trip to London, not Manchester, but London, it should be Manchester for this movie, is 24 Hour Party People. This is a little bit of an inside look at the punk scene and the post-punk scene blowing up. It's really charming, fast-paced. I think the downside for me is that, if anything, it sort of skimmed over some events that were really important. But the good thing, for example, Ian Curtis's death and the relation to the story, if you want to see more of that, there is an awesome Ian Curtis movie. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, then there's a good recommendation. We watched that 2 nights, tried to get through our jet lag on the projector in our Airbnb. Next, a podcast. This is one of the first podcasts I really listened to a long time ago. I feel like podcasts had the thing where they got really popular and died off and then grew back, but I was talking to Kaylee about it and apparently that's not true. I don't know, but this is one of the first ones I listened to. It's a super fun-loving scientific podcast. They started to release a new season in January. It's always a different topic with a panel that specializes in said topic, but pretty diverse positions, jobs, careers, to give you a different viewpoint on things, and it's usually pretty funny too. It's a radio show, but the elongated version in a podcast. So that's something I listen to in the car, at the gym, things like that. And finally, I think I'm just gonna leave you with some of my favorite music, starting with the stuff that released in January and finish it up with some older music that I am either just learning about or revisiting that just stuck with me, that I was listening to a lot in January. I need to be able to break down my Spotify, for example, which you can find in the description. I have some playlists. I need to be able to break down per month and see what exactly I'm listening to the most. That'd be interesting. But I'll leave you guys with that. Until next time, everyone do me one last favor. Have a good day for me. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.
I'm after getting some lazy. Tell her when I'm talking to my baby. Cruising on the block with the Glock car.
I like it, I'm in Knightsbridge. I like to buy shit. You think you know me, or you a psychic?
I can already hear your tune. Noisy, I ain't, I silently. New sauce surrounding me. I hang on my string on, but ain't no thing. I just drop on the wish doc. Can't make those calls in the low light. Are you ready to go? We're gonna be in danger. I've got nothing left to lose. I'm so high it makes my brain